Iris, thanks for the planner as my birthday gift. I finally understand why you told me not to get a planner this year.
Happy birthday, Uncle Alan. You can buy whatever you need for yourself, right? That's why I wanted to give you something you really need.
Anything I get from you is appreciated, huh? We don't have any kids and you're like a daughter to me.
I also see you as the second father, you know.
But could you not say that in front of my brother? He gets upset, claiming you're his daughter.
I know.
So, Iris, how have you been recently? I heard from my brother that you moved in with your husband's parents?
Yes, that's right. We're living with my husband's parents, 4 of us in total.
That's rare these days. No offense, but isn't it tough to live together with them? Or are your in-laws good-natured enough that you don't mind living with them?
I thought they might be nice people at first. But since we started discussing living together, I've started to feel something's off. Oh, don't tell this to my dad, okay? I don't want to say anything bad about my in-laws to my parents.
I understand. I won't tell them. The relationship between in-laws can be tricky. But you shouldn't put up with anything if they are bothering you.
Yes.
You're not being mistreated, are you?
I wouldn't call it mistreatment, but more like they are too attached to my husband. I think they may feel like they lost him to me after we got married. That's why sometimes they subtly put me down or exclude me from meals.
That sounds like mistreatment. Who dares to do that to our Iris? Isn't your husband Barry doing anything about it?
Oh, Barry does stand up for me. So, don't worry. But if they were people who would heed warnings, they wouldn't do such things in the first place, right? Well, that's how it is.
If I were you, I'd move out right away.
Yes, Barry also says living together was a mistake. We initially moved in because Barry's job transfer was postponed. This came to light after we had terminated our lease. Then, my mother-in-law said we could stay with them for a while.
Still, I think anyone would be against moving in together.
That's true, but she was very persuasive and I was eventually won over. I agreed, thinking it was only for a month, but then Barry's job transfer kept getting delayed. However, we are considering moving out soon. We're contributing to the household expenses, equivalent to rent, so it'd be better to live separately. Well, we haven't told my in-laws yet.
Good, that's the way to go. You don't need to be around people who mistreat you.
Yes, I'll try to slowly distance myself and manage somehow. Once we're apart, my mother-in-law probably won't care about me so much. Sorry for unloading my complaints on you. But somehow I feel better now, thank you.
I was the one who asked, so don't apologize. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? And always feel free to talk to me if something comes up.
Iris, when are you going to be back from the grocery store? You're not just slacking off on the housework, are you?
I apologize, Hilda. The shopping is done, I'm just stopping by the dry cleaners on the way home.
I could have done all that within an hour if I were you. You really can't do anything right, can you? Yesterday's dinner was too heavily seasoned as well. Are your taste buds off?
I apologize. I'll go a little lighter with the seasoning today.
You should. If I had to eat food like that every day, I'd get sick. Oh, is this intentional because Barry's been on a business trip since yesterday? Are you trying to do something awful to me while Barry's away?
No, I'm not intending that way.
Really? I don't see any kindness from you towards me or Carl. You don't just dismiss us because we're your in-laws, do you?
No way. So please don't say such a thing.
Then take us on a trip. Show some filial piety.
A trip, you say? Where to?
Somewhere with nature where we can relax would be nice. I've always wanted to go on a family trip. Hey, your mom is on social media, isn't she?
Oh, that's right, she started it.
I have her contact registered, so her post popped up the other day. She was staying at a relative's vacation house, wasn't she?
Yes.
I saw that, and thought I wanted to stay at a place like that with my family. I was surprised to find out you have a relative who owns a vacation house. You have wealthy relatives, don't you?
Well, yes. That's true.
Let us stay at that vacation house too.
But the accessibility to that house isn't very good. It's impossible without a car.
Carl or Barry can drive us. So, can we? You'll ask for us, won't you?
I'll ask, but please don't get your hopes up.
What, are you saying we're not considered a part of your family? Are you saying that your mother and her folks are okay, but not us?
No, it's nothing like that. The cabin is rented out like an Airbnb. So we can't just book it any time.
If the owner agrees, then sure, anything is possible. This lets me know what you really think about us. When we get refused, well, I'll just take that as how you feel about me.
I myself don't own the cabin, so.
Enough with the excuses. Oh, by the way, we're running low on food for Max. Can you pick some up while you're out shopping? They don't sell it at the supermarket, so you must go to our usual vet.
Isn't that in the next town over?
Yes. Is there a problem?
No, I'll head there.
Great. Take care of it. But make sure you come back as soon as possible.
Hilda, isn't the car wash over yet? And I don't see anyone from the pet hotel either. Could you give me their contact details? I'll give them a call.
They won't be coming.
What?
Haven't you noticed yet?
Noticed what?
Carl and I went out for a car wash, and it's been over an hour now, hasn't it?
Yes.
We left you behind and are heading to the cabin.
What? But I have the keys.
Oh, we took them without you noticing. We also got the location from you, so we don't need you anymore. We'll enjoy ourselves with Barry, who's coming straight from his business trip, and the three of us as a family.
You planned to leave me behind from the beginning.
Yes, because it's a family trip.
I see. I'm not part of the family.
A daughter-in-law is different, you know. You can look after Max as you are our daughter-in-law.
I see. Understood.
Oh, don't say anything unnecessary to my son, okay? I'll tell him you're staying home because you caught a cold. You understand our hope to spend some time as a family, don't you? If you care about your in-laws, do as I say.
Yes, I won't tell him.
I'm glad. Iris, you're such an understanding daughter-in-law. While we're away, take care of the dog, and do a deep cleaning as well. If you do as I told you, I might consider acknowledging you as part of my family. So, make sure you do what you're told.
Iris, have you arrived at the vacation home?
Yeah. I think so.
Think? What do you mean by think? How's the vacation home? Is your husband's family happy?
Since I'm the daughter-in-law, I'm staying home. Oh, but I'm not alone. Max, the dog, is staying home with me too.
What? Staying at home? Just because you're the daughter-in-law?
You invited them. Why were you left behind?
It seems they didn't want to take me in the first place. They said they were going to wash the car before we left, and it turns out that it was a lie just to leave me behind.
What the? How could they do such a terrible thing? If you hadn't asked, I wouldn't have lent them my place.
Alan, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, Iris. The ones at fault are your in-laws.
What's Barry doing?
He doesn't know. He's going straight to the vacation home from his business trip. Plus, Hilda told me not to tell him anything. She said, if I care about them, I won't make a fuss.
Iris.
Are you okay with this?
Not really. But we're moving soon. Even if I speak up, my in-laws won't listen.
Iris, what does Barry's dad do for a living?
Huh? Just a regular office worker.
Tell me the name of his company. And Barry's contact information as well.
I should share this information just in case.
Alan, what are you planning to do?
They're messing with my dear niece like this.
I can't just let this slide.
Even if you try to keep your distance. I don't think Barry's mother is the type to stop this harassment.
You're right. I'll tell Barry everything, and I'll clearly express my feelings to my in-laws. I don't think they'll understand, though.
Even so, it's better to do that, and it's most important to take measures to prevent this from happening again.
I'm genuinely glad to be a CEO right now.
Wait, what are you really going to do?
I won't do anything to make it worse. All I do is a little cooperation. So, Iris, feel free to voice your concerns.
Iris. Your uncle is the CEO of that famous company. Isn't that the company my husband's company does business with?
Yes, that's correct.
Why didn't you tell us before? If we knew you were the niece of the CEO, we wouldn't have left you behind.
Just because my uncle is a CEO doesn't make me any different. I'm just a housewife. Please, don't make a fuss about it.
How can I not? Carl might get demoted, you know.
Is that so?
I heard it from Barry, who arrived late to the villa. He said your uncle is furious about you being left behind.
I'm sorry, it seems like my uncle may have overreacted a bit.
It's not a laughing matter. Look, I'm sorry for what happened before. Can you please ask your uncle to reconsider Carl's demotion? Who else could do it?
I've always tried my best to have a good relationship with you. But after living together for a few months, I realized that no matter what I do, you will never approve of me.
That's not true. We didn't dislike you or anything.
Well, that's how I felt. Whenever Barry tried to correct your attitude, it only made things worse. And there wasn't a single act of kindness towards me since we moved in. I was hoping we could get along better, but it seemed pointless.
It's not pointless. Actually, I was impressed with you. You always do things properly as you're told, and you never show any dissatisfaction. You're so obedient.
I see. If I could be of any help to you all, that's good.
Iris, let's have a better relationship from now on. Carl is really upset. And you know, he never did anything wrong to you, did he?
He is completely under your thumb, isn't he? But I think just standing by and doing nothing is just as bad. It's obvious that I've been treated badly since we've been living together.
When the demotion came up, I was blamed for it. That quiet man, told me he didn't even want to see my face.
Well, you both reaped what you sowed, didn't you?
I admit that we've mistreated you so far. I will apologize properly. So please, I'm begging you, forgive us. We really won't hurt you again.
Sure. Then before you leave the cabin, could you mow the lawn around there? And also clean the outside windows.
I have to do it. This cabin is supposed to be maintained by someone, right?
He is letting you stay here for free, aren't you? At least do that.
I'll do it. Let me do it. Once I finish those 2 tasks, you'll forgive me, right?
And from here on out, let's share the housework until we move out. And we'll never live together again. I'll also prohibit you from entering the new home we're moving to.
Then I won't be able to see my son.
If you want to see him, call him over to your house.
Do you really think he will come to us with this situation?
Who put us in this situation? Isn't it you? Do I need to be considerate of that?
Maybe you're right. Okay. I'll do everything as you say. So please, tell your uncle we've resolved things. Tell him you've forgiven us.
I understand. I'll consider it once everything's done.
Consider it. Aren't you going to forgive us?
I'll consider that. So, please don't expect too much.
Don't say such cruel things. We're still family, right?
Please don't make me laugh. Didn't you say that a daughter-in-law is not family?
I'm sorry. What I said to you was wrong. It's just because our son always takes your side. It was just a little bit of spite. It wasn't how I really felt.
It didn't feel like a little bit of spite to me. It felt like your true feelings.
Iris, I'm really sorry. If Carl becomes unemployed at this age, we won't be able to survive. Please, please help us.
Anyway, I don't consider you two as a family. What happens from here is up to you. So, please do as exactly you're told, okay? Whether you actually do it or not. I'll take that as your true feelings. After that, my parents-in-laws did as I asked, taking care of mowing the lawn and cleaning up, and returned to their home. Also, she began to constantly observe my mood. Until we moved, all I had to do was cleaning my own and my husband's rooms and doing the laundry. Whenever I tried to prepare meals, she would insist on doing it, so I let her. Their attitude changed 180 degrees, so I've been able to live at their house without any stress. And I've managed to move out peacefully. I was satisfied just being able to say what I'd like to say. But thanks to my uncle, I was able to re-establish our relationship smoothly. It feels like a bit of cheating, but honestly, I am so relieved. By the way, my uncle never intended to demote my father-in-law in the first place. It seems like he just put in a word to the CEO of his company, in case it could act as a deterrent. My husband says he doesn't ever need to spill the beans. So I think he will behave at least until he retires. In the meantime, my husband is sure to get transferred. And given the physical distance, as we will be living separately, I plan to prepare to keep our interactions to a minimum. Now that I've moved away from their house, I can finally live freely. When I was living with them, my mother-in-law was so demanding that I barely had time for myself. Even so, I did my best to get along as long as possible. But there are efforts in life that you don't need to make. Since I've restarted my work from home and have time for myself, I am happy to be able to live a very fulfilling daily life. From now on, I'd like to cherish my kind husband and my own family even more, and lead joyful happy life with my loved one.
Betty, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to cancel our appointment this afternoon after all. I've been called by Anne and I'm going out now.
What?
She seems to have something she wants to discuss urgently with me. I can't ignore it, so I'm going.
Wait a minute. Are you prioritizing Anne again? I made the date promise before her.
But she says she has something she wants to discuss. I can't leave a friend in trouble.
So let me ask you this. Is it okay to leave your fiancé alone? We were supposed to go ring shopping for our engagement today.
We can do that anytime. No matter how I think about it, my friend Anne takes priority today.
What did you say?
Besides, you can go ring shopping alone, can't you? It's a hassle, so just go ring shopping by yourself, Betty.
Are you kidding me? Going alone? It's an important engagement ring, you know. Aren't you going to choose it with me?
The consolation with my friend is more important to me than the engagement ring. The only one who can help Anne with her consolation is me, who has been her friend for many years.
I've been thinking about this for a while, but what's the distance between the two of you? I've confirmed it many times, but you're just friends, right?
Hey, that question again, huh? Anne and I are just friends. There can be friendship between men and women, you know.
I have male friends too, so I know how you feel. But even so, it's a bit... The distance between the two of you is strange. Prioritizing her over your lover is going too far.
Because she's an important friend, I prioritize her over my lover. If we break up, that's the end of a romantic relationship, but friendship lasts a lifetime.
Aren't we going to be together for life? That's why we're engaged and preparing for our wedding.
Sheesh, you're making a big fuss out of it. Anyway, we're just friends. Stop casting weird suspicions on me. Well, I'm going now. Send me a photo if you find a nice ring.
Sorry about today, Betty. I borrowed Alan even though it was a date. What, Anne? I wanted to apologize to you, so I asked Alan for your contact information. Alan said I didn't have to apologize, but still.
That's a bit unexpected. I didn't know you had feelings of guilt, Anne.
I'm really sorry for taking Alan from you since morning. On top of that, I ended up going along with the ring shopping. Now that I think about it, I was a nuisance, wasn't I?
Yes, you were quite a nuisance.
That's funny. Betty, you're quite harsh.
But you're right. I wanted the two of us to choose the important engagement ring at our own pace.
But there were times when I was helpful because I was there, right? Look, I know everything about Alan. I super know his taste in designs.
Yes, that's right. Thank you for intruding so much with the details, but I'm the one who's going to be wearing the engagement ring, because it's a day to find a ring to my liking, not Alan's.
Oh, but don't you want to wear a ring that he likes if you can? That's what I think anyway.
Well, I guess there's some truth to that.
Right? That's why I was so happy today. I never thought Alan would give me a ring. I was so down this morning, but that made me feel better right away.
That was the most confusing event of the day. Just when I thought I could finally part ways with you. This is a thank you for hanging out with me all day. To present a ring to you who followed us around on your own, I really don't understand.
Hey! Betty, you're so jealous.
But it's strange no matter how you think about it, right? The price was the reason for postponing my engagement ring, right? Yet he casually bought a ring for you that costs tens of thousands of dollars.
You know Alan is a kind person, right? He's always been kind of flashy like that. No matter how many times I warn him, he won't stop because I'm an important friend.
Ugh.
What about the dress you wore today? Actually, I also got that from Alan.
So you deliberately wore something you got from Alan?
And getting a ring on top of that? It's almost like I'm the fiancé.
Yes? Yikes, scary. That was just a joke. It doesn't sound like a joke at all. Let me be clear. I don't like the distance between you two. But even if you say that, this is how we get along. We've known each other for about 10 years, so there's no gender boundary. So don't get the wrong idea. We're really just friends. Alan, where are you now? We had an appointment to visit the wedding venue today, didn't we? The meeting time is already past.
Oh no, I just woke up.
What? Now? It's already afternoon. Have you been sleeping all this time?
No, it's just that Anne wouldn't let me sleep. So I didn't get to sleep until the early morning and naturally overslept.
Wait, what? You were with Anne until morning?
Don't get the wrong idea. She came to my room out of the blue last night. She said she got some good alcohol at work and suggested we drink it together. So we kept drinking heavily, playing games until the wee hours, and I was at my limit.
Wait a minute. That's what I would think. Could it be that Anne is still at your house?
Yeah, she's sleeping soundly next to me. She said she couldn't sleep on the floor, so she got into my bed.
What?
Oh, by the way, I lent Anne your pajamas and other stuff to change into. She also finished off the lotion you had at home, so you need to replace it.
Wait, are you kidding me? She finished my expensive lotion?
She made a fuss about not being able to sleep without putting on lotion. You're both women, so I didn't think it would be a problem to lend her stuff.
Even if we're both women, I absolutely hate having my stuff used. And it's even worse to have it all used up.
You're a stingy woman. Anyway, that's the situation, so I won't be able to get there for a while. I'm waiting for Anne to wake up, so you go ahead and visit the venue by yourself.
What? You should wake her up now. Why are you so relaxed waiting for her to wake up?
I can't do such a pitiful thing. It's impossible for me to wake her up when she's sleeping so cutely. So, I'm waiting for her to wake up naturally. Once she's up, we'll join you, so go ahead and check out the venue.
I can't handle this anymore. Alan, your relationship is strange after all. I can't go along with this anymore.
Hey, what's wrong all of a sudden?
This is abnormal. It's not a male-female friendship or anything. To me, it looks like you're having an affair.
Hey, don't start saying strange things. Anne and I are really just friends. We're aware that we're closer than other friends, but we're still friends. Anne and I are important figures who have crossed gender boundaries.
I wanted to understand, but I can't anymore. I haven't even received my engagement ring yet. You told me the other day, didn't you? You said that when you get your next bonus because you don't have the money. So why are you buying Anne, a friend, a ring worth tens of thousands of dollars?
A man who's stingy with his friends isn't a man.
What's a guy who's stingy with his fiancée talking about?
Hey, what's gotten into you? Calm down a bit.
How can I possibly calm down? This is how many times you've canceled because of Anne.
What's the point of getting angry about such a thing? We're engaged, so you should be able to overlook our friendship that transcends gender. I find it funny that you're jealous of just a friend.
Fine, let's call off the marriage.
What?
I've had enough. I can't marry someone who dismisses his fiancé's complaints as funny. Let's break up and go back to square one with the marriage talk.
What? But Betty...
See you, goodbye. Feel free to keep staring at Anne's sleeping face all you want.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this about calling off the marriage all of a sudden?
Don't you realize how absurd we are? There's no way we can get married in this state.
But I told you, Anne is just a friend. Sure, I'm aware that we're closer than other friends, but we're seriously not in a romantic relationship. She doesn't even see me as a man.
But you still give her clothes and a ring worth tens of thousands of dollars, don't you? And Anne wears the clothes she received from a man she doesn't see as a man. And when she received the ring, she seemed really happy.
But it's normal among friends. You also give birthday presents to your friends, don't you?
Yes, I do. But I rarely give gifts on non-special days, especially a gift on the scale of tens of thousands of dollars. More than that, from my boyfriend, Alan. I haven't even received a gift on a non-special day.
No.
In such a state, we're just friends. Don't joke around. I can't deal with you guys anymore. I'm breaking up with you no matter what you say.
You're the one who's kidding. I'm just being friendly with a friend. Are you stupid to break up over that? Think about things rationally.
You're the one who needs to think rationally. Stop spoiling Betty, you idiot son!
What? Who's that all of a sudden?
It's your mother, your idiot son! What on earth is going on here? What foolish thing are you doing?
Mom?
Canceling a venue tour is outrageous, and to top it off, you prioritize your female friend, sleeping in the same bed until morning and saying it's too pitiful to wake her up. The one who's messing around is you.
Wait. Why is Mom meddling with Betty's phone?
I came along for today's venue tour because Betty invited me to go with her.
What?
You told me the other day that we're going to the tour this event. Actually, one of my friends works here and he might be able to get us a discount. When I told Betty about it, she invited me to come along.
I didn't hear anything about that.
What's the point of having asked in advance? Were you waking up some incomprehensible female friend? Did you arrive at the meeting place on time as you should have?
About that.
Today's venue tour is cancelled for now. You stay there and keep staring at your worthless female friend's sleeping face. In the meantime, I'll go there.
What?
If you can't wake her up, I will.
I'm sorry about yesterday, Betty. I've been lectured by my mom non-stop from then until now, and I've reflected a lot. I'm really sorry for all the unpleasant things I've caused.
It's too late to reflect and apologize now. I can't trust you anymore, and I can't marry someone like that.
But I'm not cheating. I haven't crossed any lines and we're not in a romantic relationship, so please rest assured.
Even though you've been on a private hot spring trip with her? Even if you tell me to trust you in that situation.
Wait, how did you find out about that?
Your mother sent it to me. She said she extracted all the photos from the idiot's son's phone.
When did she?
Whether you cross the line or not, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're actively trying to be alone with a woman is too much for me.
That's impossible.
I'm going to claim damages for breaking off the engagement, so be prepared.
What? Wait a minute. Even if I haven't cheated, that's just not right.
But your mother said it was okay to claim. In our house, I, the mother, am the law. I'll definitely make my son pay, so claim the amount that you've been hurt.
You're kidding me.
You've got to be kidding me! Why are you claiming compensation for breaking off the engagement from me, too? I have nothing to do with your broken engagement. You're the main party involved. The one who caused the rift in our relationship is your existence. What? I don't know about that. Anyway, I'm not paying. I even tore up the bill. But your friend, Alan, said it was okay to claim. He said if he's going to be sued for damages, you should be too. What? He said he's not satisfied with just him paying. If you're friends, you're one in spirit. He said you'd probably pay too. What? Are you kidding me? He sold me out? But in reality, it was because of you that the engagement was broken off, wasn't it? I think you should take responsibility. It's only a few $100,000 in claims. You can afford it, right? You've got to be kidding me. Who's going to pay? Is that so? Then let's have your parents shoulder it. What? I've got your parents' address from Alan, so I'll contact them right away. Excuse me. Wait! You've got to be kidding me. Wait! Don't tell my parents! Why? If you're going to evade responsibility, it's common to ask the parents next, isn't it? So wait! It would be bad if this got out. Consider my situation a little. Your situation is? Is it because even your parents' approved fiancé will find out? Actually, I've been suspecting you two of having an affair, so I took a leap and hired a private detective. A private detective? And it turns out you and Alan are really just friends. Your physical intimacy is obvious, but there was no evidence of a romantic relationship. I was even surprised to learn you had a fiancé. You've got to be kidding me! It's unbelievable that you checked without my permission! I think you should tell your fiancé everything and hear what he has to say. He may not like having friends of the opposite sex like me, and it's better to check any differences in your thoughts early on. Here's some advice from someone who's experienced a broken engagement. I don't need that! Oh, I see. How about this then? If your fiancé accepts your friendship with Alan, then I can specially withdraw the claim for compensation. Huh? But if your fiancé can't accept it, I will reclaim the compensation. If neither your fiancé nor I can accept it, please recognize that it's something regarded as outrageous by common societal standards. Then pay me the compensation on that basis. Stop it! Really, stop it! Stop it, please! Don't say anything to him! Well then, please pay promptly. I don't want to ruin your relationship too. If you pay what you owe, that's fine. I got it! I'll pay! It's okay if I pay, right? If I pay! I'll pay in full right away! Don't say anything to my fiancé! Alan and Anne paid me the compensation in full. I tried to give part of it to Alan's mother as a thank you. Use this money for yourself. Forget about my stupid son and find a good person. But she cheered me on instead, saying, as for Alan and the others afterwards saying, why don't we really start dating? When Alan confessed to Anne, I have a fiancé. Don't approach me ever again, she turned him down. Alan, surprised by the existence of a fiancé, lashed out at her. You can't be the only one who's happy, and revealed everything to Anne's fiancé. Now they're also facing a crisis of breaking up.